With the SAP Business One mobile app, you give your team the power to accomplish business tasks from their mobile devices, as it has complete access to SAP Business One. The SAP Business One mobile application for iOS and Android enables immediate access to relevant information to run your business better, anytime, anywhere. The fully integrated mobile application provides access to SAP Business One, ensuring critical business information is available at your fingertips. Managers, executives, sales reps, and service personnel have key information in the palm of their hand, allowing them to make business decisions and respond to customers faster on the go. So let's just take a look. So we can see the mobile app has a similar layout to that of SAP Business One. So users already feel familiar with the app as soon as they start to use it. On the left-hand side, you can see we have a home area, followed by key modules and areas, which I'm going to guide you through now. So I'm actually just going to start off in the home area, where we are presented with a to-do list, driven by activities that have been added either directly within SAP Business One or through the mobile app, either by myself or by one of my colleagues. I have the ability to follow up activities for a future date or assign an activity to a colleague easily on the fly. So we can see in my to-do list I have 5 activities to do today. The first one is an activity to discuss trading terms. I can see that that is a telephone call that's going to be occurring at 2 p.m. I can also see I have a monthly review today at 4 p.m. Also, sometime today I need to check a contract and its discount. I also have a customer meeting at 9 a.m. where I'm going to be discussing a new price list. So if we just take a look at the first one, the telephone call I've got at 2 p.m. today to discuss trading terms, I just need to click on that activity to drill down into the activity details. And we can see that the business partner is Anthony Smith, and the contact at that business partner that I'm going to be calling is Matt Spanos. And I can easily open up his contact information that is held within SAP Business One and synchronizing to the mobile application. And if I want to, I can actually drill down into the business partner information from here too, just by clicking on the business partner name. And we can see I've got general information, address and contact information, and transaction information. And I'm going to be going into those a little bit more detail later on in the demonstration. So just for now, I'm just going to come back to the activity details. And I have the option to edit this activity. I can also follow up this activity at a later date, or I can choose to close this activity. So I'm just going to edit this activity, and I'm just going to change the remarks, and I'm just going to add in the remarks from the telephone conversation. So I'm just going to say, I spoke to Matt, and we can see here we have the predictive text, which I can make use of as well, just to speed things up. So spoke to Matt. If I just add that, we can see that the remarks have now been updated. And I can go ahead and I can save that activity, which will synchronize back to SAP Business One. For those of you who are used to working with SAP Business One with HANA, you will be used to working with KPIs. And if I just swipe to the right on my to-do list, you can see that the KPIs which I have set up in SAP Business One running on HANA are also being pushed out to my mobile application. So I've got cash on hand, I've got incoming, outgoing payments, and also sales order comparison between this month and last month as part of my KPIs. And I can see easily if they are being achieved because they're highlighted in green. Of course, if they weren't to be, then they would be highlighted in red. So I have that functionality available on my iPad as well. Also, for those of you working with SAP Business One on HANA, you will be used to using the enterprise search, and we also have that functionality on the iPad as well. So if I just click into the enterprise search, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to search for a particular business partner, and we can see that the same enterprise search functionality that we're used to working with SAP Business One on HANA is also available on the iPad application too. Also within the mobile application, we have access to documents requiring approval. So we can review documents awaiting approval, and we can also make a decision about them whilst we're on the go. So if I just come into the approvals area, we can see that I have two documents awaiting my approval. These are both sales orders, and I can actually filter by date or even by type if I want to. I'm just going to stay focused on date. I'm just going to tap one of those request for approvals, and we can see we're presented with relevant summary information. Now if I want to, before I approve or reject it, I can actually drill down into further information. So just by clicking on the document type, I'm presented with the draft details, where I can view header, contents, logistics, and accounting information. So if I want to, I can also drill further down into the customer, into the business partner information, just by tapping on their name. For those of you again using SAP Business One with HANA, you'll be familiar with the mini dashboards that we can tag onto master data, so customer master data and item master data. In this case, we can see I've got one of those dashboards here, and it's presenting to me the items which I sell the most for this particular customer. And if I just swipe to the right, we can also see I have that detail in pie chart format as well. So just coming back to the draft details, I'm on the header information of that document. I can also click on the contents, and again I can drill into key information about that particular item if I want to, just by simply tapping on those relevant areas. So I can then just go ahead and I can approve or I can reject that particular document whilst I'm on the go, because I've got that key information presented to me in order for me to make a relevant business decision. We also have automated alerts, for example alerts driven by stock or price deviations, which can be sorted by date and time. So if I just come into the alerts area, we can see the alerts can be sorted by date, by priority, or also by type. And if I just scroll through some of those alerts, we can see I have an alert here for minimum stock deviation. If I just tap on that alert, the alert information is then brought up so I can see further information. but I just want to see some more. I just want to drill down further into the detail. So I'm just going to click on that particular item number, and I'm presented therefore with the item information. And I can do things like I can drill down into the inventory by warehouse, so I can see my total in stock, available, ordered and committed. And I can then also have a look at key customer information for this particular item too. You can also access customer and partner contacts. So simply swiping, you can drill into further information. You can view activities and transactions for that business partner too. So I'm just going to now open up the business partner's information on the app. And we can see at the top we can view our leads, we can view our customers, we can view our suppliers, our supplier list, or alternatively we can actually view all of our business partners that we're working with as well. Now, whilst we're on the go, we can add new business partners. And we just go ahead and keep on adding all that key information which can synchronize back to SAP Business One. If I just open up one of the customers which we already have in the system, so if I just open up Aquent Systems, I just tap on their name and we can see we're presented with key business partner information, account balance, credit limit, and I've got those mini dashboards available to me as well because I'm running SAP Business One with HANA. I can also open up the address and contact information, and if I just tap on their addresses, we can see it works with Google Maps. So perhaps if I'm out and about, I can see where I am in relation to where my customer is based, in case I just want to pop in and see them. If I just click on the transactions, we can also see I can quickly call up all of the activities for that particular business partner, any special price lists, any opportunities, so I can see all my open, my won, my lost opportunities for that particular customer as well. And again, I can just click into each of those opportunities and I can view key information. I can view all my sales quotations for this particular customer, whether they be open, whether they be my own quotations for this particular customer, so these are quotations I've created, or I can view all quotations. And the same for the sales orders as well. Just by simply tapping on this information, I can bring up a whole raft of key documents which allow me to make decisions on the fly. We also have access or instant access to price lists, opportunities and quotes, meaning less time requesting information and more time making decisions. We also have a sales catalogue in SAP Business One mobile app. So all of your prices and your catalogues held in SAP Business One are pushed through to the mobile app. So perhaps if you're having a meeting with one of your customers or a lead, you can sit down and browse the catalogue with them. So if I just open up one of these groups, what you'll see is that you don't just have the ability to actually visualize the product, you can actually make comparisons, and you can call up key information as well just by tapping and swiping. So I'm just going to compare this item by clicking on the scales with another item, and perhaps this one here too. So I've just tapped on that comparison icon. I'm just going to come up to the top here where we can see a comparison for these three items, and it's bringing up key information that's held within SAP Business One that's being synchronized with the application. And what this then means is I can make a decision right now, or my customer can make a decision as to if they would like to purchase any of these items. And to do that, I just simply go through and I just click on the shopping cart icons. We can then see that these have been added into my shopping cart. So if I just click on that, I can then choose to change my quantities, and I can also choose to add as a quotation or even as an order. So I'm going to add these as an order, where I'm then presented with a list of my business partners. So I can just go ahead and I can start to add this sales order on my mobile app, and what it will do is it will synchronize up with SAP Business One. So I'm going to just tap on the customer I want to place, who is placing the sales order. I can then choose the contact person. I can change the dates. So perhaps they want that delivering on that date there. I can then add some remarks. And I've got the different ship to addresses which I could choose. And I can also just add in a discount. If I want to, I can then choose more items from my inventory list. And once I save that sales order, it will then sync back into SAP Business One. The mobile app can also be used for service people in the field. They can process service calls, and technicians can also search and scan for registered items for timely and top-notch service. So I'm just going to open up the service contract and service call modules within the app. So I'm just going to start off on the service contract. And what we have the ability to do, we can either browse through all the contracts, or alternatively we can search by a particular serial number, or we have a functionality to scan a serial number. So once we've either searched or scanned for our serial number and we found a particular service contract, we're then presented with key contract details. So I can see that this particular contract is for Aquent Systems. Again, I can just drill down into the BP information just by tapping on their name. I can also see that the type of contract is warranty, and I can see the start and end date for that contract, and also the response time and the resolution time. If I now just open up the service calls, I've also got the option again to search for a particular service call by serial number, and also the ability to scan a serial number in order to find that particular service call. So if I just open one of these service calls, if I just tap on it, I'm presented with the service call information, and again I can drill down into relevant information, and I can see the item, I can see the description, I can see who's handling it at the moment, and perhaps I want to see if any activities have been added. I can see they haven't, and I'm just going to add one now. And I'm just going to say I can then save that activity, and it will then attach to that service call and synchronize with SAP Business One, so my colleagues can view that information if they so need to. What we can also do is we can add our solutions to our knowledge base. So I've then got that key information on the solution, which allows my colleagues to then access that knowledge base. Also on the mobile app, we have built-in reports, which are powered by SAP Crystal Reports, and these can be viewed on the device and also embedded into an email, which you can then email from your mobile device. So let's have a look at some of those reports now. But also we'll touch on the dashboards. Those of you who work with SAP Business One on HANA, you've seen throughout how in-memory technology from HANA also generates reporting information to the mobile device as well. But for anyone using SAP Business One on SQL, we also have access to reports too. We'll have a look at some of those reports and dashboards available. So if I just open up the reports, we can see some of the key reports we're used to working with in SAP Business One are also pushed out onto the iPad or mobile application. So let's just start off with the inventory status report. We can see that I'm presented with the available quantity of each of my items, and this is displayed to me in a really nice graphical format. But also, if I just keep scrolling down, you'll see it's also displayed to me in tabular format with a bit more detail. So I've also got within this tabular format the item code, the name, and I can also see how many I've actually got in stock, how many I've got in order, what I've got committed on sales orders, and therefore my total availability. And it's grouped those by my different item groups. So again, key information displayed to me in a really nice and easy format to read. The monthly sales analysis report, again this is a key report that we use in SAP Business One, also pushed out to the mobile application. And we can see I've got the monthly sales analysis presented to me as a pie chart, and we can see I can view which customers are making up that key information. But again, if I keep scrolling down, I've got further information presented to me in a tabular format. I can not only see the customer name and the amount that we've sold to them this month, I can also see the gross profit which I've earned through my business with them. We have credit limit by customer. So again, key information available to us as we're on the go. I can see a comparison between each of my customers' credit limits and also their current balance. And again, I've got that in a nice bar chart format, but also I've got it key information presented to me in a tabular format as well. And finally, we can also view our service call backlog. And again, really nice information presented to me on a really nice format, so easy for me to view. I can see my service calls which are older than 5 days presented in red. Anything that's been open between 2 and 5 days presented in yellow, and anything that's open in less than 2 days in green. And again, if we scroll down, we can see the status of each service call. We can see the business partner that service call relates to. I've got the service call number. I can see who is handling that service call within my company, and I can also see the subject, which actually describes the issue. Now, what we can do at any time, if we just have a look on the right hand side here, we have a send icon, and if I click on that, what we can actually do is we can choose to send this by email. So any of those reports which I've just shown you, we can actually email to a colleague if we so need to, or anybody. So let's just open up the dashboards area. I'm just going to have a look here. We've got the sales analysis, cash flow and purchase quotation dashboard. I'm just going to open up the sales analysis dashboard information, and what we're presented with are the dashboards that we're used to seeing in SAP Business One. So I can see the fiscal year analysis this year, so sales amounts this year versus sales amounts last year. And I've also got the quotation amount there too. The opportunity win rate, I can see who my top 5 customers are by sales amount and also gross profit. I can see my my top 5 items which I've sold by revenue and quantity, and I can also see my opportunity status, so how many I've won, lost or are open as of today. And then finally, we have an online help which is built into the mobile app. So if I just click on that, what we can see is that a really handy help document opens. And if I just scroll down, the users that will be working with the mobile app have a really nice how-to guide, and it not only talks them through working with it, but how you can do things like launch the sales catalogue, search for items, how you can customize information displayed throughout the mobile app. So they've got that information there too. So I hope you found that overview session useful. You can download a demo mobile app from your application shopping store. So if you just type in mobile SAP Business One mobile app, you'll be able to download that for free and test it out.